Okay, now that we've created the vehicle to this stage, the little racer to this stage, let's just have a look at rounding up. So I probably don't need any of the sketching environment at the moment. So just for the moment, I'm going to turn the sketches off. I'm going to turn these origin planes off here. That's the light bulb beside that. Just to simplify what I can see, I'm going to use the fillet tool, and I'm going to use that to radius down this leading edge here. So 10 mil, that gives me a complete radius. Just a couple of things you can do. I can use a variable radius also. So I could use a radius at this end, a small radius, and a large radius at this end. So I can vary the amount of radius I've got all the way down, or I can flick back to constant radius, and I think I'll just use constant radius for this. And again, that was set to, now if I go bigger, it's just going to start cutting away at the middle. You'll get to a point where it will fail. So if you wanted to sort of, I might take it to 20. So I just have a look at the curve that's running around. I'm going to get much more of a sharp edge here that probably I don't want. You see what I mean as I change the radius on there? I think 10 probably gives me about the radius I need because it leaves me a little bit of volume up the top here. I'm going to turn the vehicle around now where these wheel arches hit here. Probably two different fillets in here, so I'm going to go a fillet on the front edge here. And I'm going to blend that in. If I go too far, you've got the option to change the vehicle. The thing you can't change is this bit here. That is the most extreme width of the vehicle you can get to. But I'm pretty happy with that sort of shape at the front of the car. I might change that to 40 and enter. I'm then going to have a look at the back. Go fill it again on this back edge. And again, you can, if I go too far, it'll just fail. I'm going to look at probably the maximum radius. As you'll notice up here, as this radius hits this one, it starts to do a couple of weird things before it fails, but you can push out as far as you want. I'm probably happy with that there. So at the moment, I've got quite a dramatically different looking shape. I could reduce some of the volume in the vehicle. If any stage I want to change things, I'm going to go back to whichever one, the front one here. Opposite mouse click, edit feature, drag the arrow back in. I thought that might be a little bit too much bulk at the front there, so I'm going to take it back to 20 and click OK. Pretty happy with the back one. Front one looks good. Okay, now what I also need to do is remove the canister. And I've also got, if you look at the holes, remember I extruded 10 mil in the middle here. If I want the hole to go right through, I probably might need to just continue that hole through it. So if I go E for extrude, click on that hole, the bottom of the hole, and I extrude this way and remove it. It'll tell you it's red if it's going to remove. It doesn't sort of matter how far, as long as you go outside the vehicle there and click OK, it's in cut. Hole goes right through now, which is good. Now I want to remove that canister. Now if you remember, the sketches are here, but I can't, if I click E, I can't sort of get to that bit I want. So what you do for a moment is you turn the body off. If I just turn the body we've created off, I can now select, probably move around till I see if I can grab that. Maybe a different angle. Probably from the front edge here. There we go. I've selected it. I turn the body back on. I remove it out the back of the vehicle. It's saying, yes, okay, it's cutting through something, it must be removing it. And turn the sketch plane off again. turn it round, what I've done is remove the canister container. And the last thing I need to do is to go create, mirror. It says what body do you want. If it's selected on faces or features, whatever, you click body. You click the body, it'll all go blue. You click the mirror surface and you spin it round and you click on the mirror, the surface between the two panels, and you click OK. At the moment, I've got two halves. I don't have one solid vehicle at the moment, so I need to combine those. I'm going to go combine. There's one half, there's the other half, and I'm going to say join, and I click OK. So that is now the finished. Go back to the little house. Here's my racer. I've got one problem. I've just realized I need a minimum of 3 millimeters here. I know that this is about 9 in the middle. So 10 from the middle would be 20 total. I know this is about 18 for the cylinder. I've only got 1 mil. I need to come out 2 more mil. So instead of 10 for that first end, I need to go out 12. So what you do is you do this. You go back to the first extrusion you did, you go edit. That's a fillet, sorry, I don't want that one. I'm going back to this, to the extrude. Edit feature. I want that to be 12. It regenerates. I turn around the back. I've got 3 millimeters material. I need enough material so if the canister ever did anything wrong, it's got a bit of material around it to support it. Minimum is 3. Turn it back. Save. There you have version 1, all finished. I'm going to go back and give you version 2 in a moment.